Hey guys, so during my vlog, my mom is right there. You cannot see her though. I'm sitting in the living room, so that's why. That's why it's different, and I'm trying to be quiet because it is currently 10:44 at night, and I'm tired, but I don't know. I think I'm mentally tired more than physically tired. So that's why I'm currently still up watching TV. But as I promised in my knee explanation video, I'm gonna do my first day of physical therapy vlog because today was my first day. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was. When people hear physical therapy and you have an injury, you hear pretty much, to me, when I hear about a person having injury and they say, oh, well, I have to go to physical therapy, I'm like, oh, well, you're going to have a lot of pain. Well, for me, at first it was really painful, and then it wasn't because what I did today. But I'm technically supposed to have 3 weeks of therapy and then go back to the doctor, but I can only get 2 weeks in. I'm technically supposed to have 6 sessions, I think, but I'm only getting 4, because I had it today for an hour, and then I have it tomorrow. I don't know how long we're going to do it, because they said normally about 45 minutes, but we ended up going for a full hour. So, I had it today, I have it tomorrow, then I have it Monday of next week, and Wednesday of next week. So, but pretty much today, I had to go back twice, because my first time I went, was at 12:30, and the woman at the desk thing didn't read something like she was supposed to, and she didn't do what she was supposed to, didn't read it, and didn't tell us the right information, so I couldn't, technically she was saying I couldn't do the therapy today. So then we got all the way home, and then she calls back and says, oh, well, I misread something, you can come back and she can have therapy today. So I made 2 trips. It was very, very annoying. By then, my appointment was at 3:15, and I was very annoyed. I just wanted to go to bed. I was hungry, and then, I lost my appetite, and I was just ready to go to bed. I was irritable, and it was only 2-something in the evening, or afternoon, and I was already done. So I was very pissed off. And so then, I went back. I was really nervous at first, but because I didn't feel like being in any more pain, but then, hi mama. I didn't realize you were in the frame, but excuse my hair. But then we went back, and I didn't sit there very long, like in the waiting room, because we had already done my paperwork, and so I didn't sit there very long, and then, so then the guy called me back, and it's funny because the guy that is working there at the moment actually goes to my school, so it was really funny because we looked at each other and was like, we've seen each other before. So it was really funny. But then he got me settled into the room I was going into, because usually in physical therapy, you just have this huge room. It's kind of like a weightlifting room at first. That's kind of like how this was. But then they had a few rooms on the side, and I ended up going into one of the rooms and doing my therapy. So I'm hoping that's the way it's going to be, because I don't like doing stuff in front of people at all. I don't like doing anything physical in front of people. I don't know why. But so I got in there, and he asked me if I wanted water or anything, and I was like, no, I'm fine. And then he told me my therapist would be in a few minutes, so I sat there for about 5 minutes maybe, just because she had to get all the stuff ready, I guess. And then she came in, and she talked to me about everything, getting me to explain it, and Mama didn't go back there with me. She stayed in the waiting room. So, and, and, you're watching me. Stop watching me.
Stop watching me.
Anyways, so I was back there and explaining everything to her, and, she asked me, questions like pain tolerance and what was the pain and how much pain I was in at the moment and all that kind of stuff. And then I had to explain to her, like, over the course of this 1 year, I've had a bunch of injuries that led up to this one. So I had to explain all that to her, explain my pain then and now. You forgot to turn the light off.
I left it on for you.
I don't need that light. Oh my gosh. Oh, because I'm filming, you don't want to be in it? Oh, wow. Anyways, and so she sat there and talked to me for a few minutes and explained kind of like what she felt like had happened, because I got two explanations from two different doctors. The ER doctor I went to said that he felt like my meniscus was torn. Well, today, while watching YouTube videos about the whole torn meniscus thing, I found out you have two different meniscus. And there's an inner and there's an outer one. I don't remember the names of them, but I was watching a girl's story who torn her inner meniscus, and I've like learned a lot more about the whole meniscus stuff. So, but then after me and my therapist talked, she then did the whole like examination of it. Like, she examined both of my knees to see the flexibility. So I had to like roll on my side, do certain stuff, roll on my other side, do more stuff, roll on my back and on my stomach and do stuff. Oh gosh. And it was painful, but we did that and she realized that there was a lot of difference in the flexibility and all that. So then we did that for a little while, and she told me that she felt like the inflammation, and if you don't know what inflammation is, then it's just like swelling in the knee. That's what's wrong with mine. She felt like that the inflammation that was in my knee, because there's a lot of inflammation to the point where it turns purple and blue. Like right now it's normal, but she said that she felt like the inflammation in it settled, which I don't really know exactly what that means. I tried looking it up, but nothing came up. So I'm guessing it just means like the inflammation has like settled in your knee or something. I don't know. And she just pretty much examined it and talked to me about it. And she said that she wanted to do, since my muscles are so tight, my muscles have gotten so tight and so weak because I haven't been using it and letting all the blood flow like it should be. And so she wanted to do heating pads and electric stim, which when I first heard electric stim, I was like, excuse me, electric what? Because I heard about it through school, like going into the room for school, like when we would get hurt or something, that's where we would go, is into the room that the football players use, like when they get hurt. Well, marching band does the same exact thing, so I would go in there. When I broke my thumb, I went in there, and I heard one of the guys talking about it, and our physical trainer was doing the electric stim on him, and just the word electric really set like a painful vibe in. So she left to go get the stuff, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh my goodness, what is going to happen? So she gave me the option of laying down or sitting up against the wall, kind of like how I'm sitting up against the couch now. So I chose the wall option because I really was not comfortable laying down. And so she came back in there, and it's like this pad. It's not really like a heating pad. This is the heating pad I'm using. And you can tell it's swollen. I'm just using one of these heating pads with this little thing. I have mine on high, but because the heat is not high enough. The heat that they had me on was a lot hotter than this, but so they put one underneath my leg like this one is right now, and then she brought the electric stim machine in, and it's just kind of like a little machine, and it has these red cords and two little, if you've ever been to the hospital or seen in like Grey's Anatomy or something, those little things that they put on your chest, those little sticker things, that's what the pads look like. And she put one here on the inside, and this is where that's why I just realized that there's one meniscus here and there's one here, so there's two. So you have one here and one here. She put one here and then one here. I never felt the electric in this one, but I felt it in this one. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm guessing it's a bad thing. So I'm guessing the one that's below my kneecap is the one that's messed up, and the one that's on the side isn't, because I felt the electric shock waves, but I didn't feel the one in my other, like on the front. So she put that and plugged the little things in, and she told me when I feel the shock, if it's too painful to tell her, and she would go up, and then I was not feeling it in the bottom one right here. I wasn't feeling that at all, but over in here I was. So once I felt it and it was starting to feel funny, I was like, okay, right there, stop. But then, like, as I was sitting there, I was like, well, maybe I could have gone further. So if I do it tomorrow, I'm going to go probably higher. But she did that, and I sat there like that for about 5 minutes. It relaxed my muscles so well. I felt so much better afterwards. And then that's after she took the thing off, that's when we got into actual physical therapy. I have like 5 physical therapy stretches that I'm doing. She gave me the papers and I had to bring them home. I haven't done them yet, but I'm going to do them tomorrow because my appointment is at 5 in the evening tomorrow, so I'm going to do them then, like before I go. So I did those. It was painful because there was a lot of bending and moving, and that's painful for a messed up cartilage. But yeah, so I was watching that video I was talking about earlier about this girl's story, and she's went through pretty much the same exact thing. And so not only is there one, but there's 2 meniscus, and you can either tear one, or you can tear both. I'm hoping that I've only torn one. There's 2 different types of surgery, I guess. You can either have it repaired, or you can have that part of the torn part of the meniscus, you can have that taken out. If I get the option, I'm probably going to go with repairing it, because even though if you repair it, it's a longer process of healing, I'd rather have it repaired than it taken out, and then maybe having more possible injuries, because I feel like if I get that part shaved out, then it's going to just cause more. So I'd probably go with the repairing. But I have 3 more sessions of physical therapy. Then I go back to the doctor the 13th of this month. Today's the 1st, so happy July. Today is the 1st, and I go back the 13th. So I will go back then, and I guess I'll just talk to him. He'll probably examine my knee again. And then if it's still painful like it is now, then he told me he'll probably schedule an MRI, which I've never had an MRI. All I know is you go into this thing and it's like a magnet or something. And then, because if you do a regular x-ray, you can't see the cartilage in the x-ray. You only see the bones. So there's possibility I'll have to have an MRI. And then, once he sees everything, there's a big possibility I have to have surgery. Usually when you have a torn meniscus, you have surgery. There's really no way to fix it with therapy, I guess, unless it's very minor, which I feel like mine is not a minor one. I feel like it's a major injury. But we never know. So today was the first day. It went pretty well. Just kind of explained everything. It went well. When I came out of there, a lot of people will come out of therapy in pain, tears maybe, irritable. I came out and I was kind of fine. I was in pain, but I wasn't like excruciating pain. This is a 10. I was probably, when I came out, I was probably a 7. 7.5. Because the heating pad and the electric stem made my muscles relaxed. So I'm guessing that's why I wasn't in so much pain. So I'm really hoping I get to do electric stem tomorrow again, because it felt so good. It sounds scary, but it feels really good. So if you ever end up having to do electric stem, don't worry, it feels good. So that's it, because I don't want this to get too long. So that's pretty much all that happened and then I just kind of came home and chilled. So I'm not putting ice on it anymore. I'm gonna do heat, because the heat relaxed everything when I did the heat. Our heating pad is low, medium, and high, and I have mine on high, because the heating pad that I had there was a lot warmer than this. So I'm just gonna keep it on high. But yeah. So that was the whole first day. Depending on what I do tomorrow, I might do another one of these videos for tomorrow. But that's pretty much everything. I don't think I missed anything. But yeah. So I'll talk to you guys whenever. I'll see you guys in the next vlog or next video. So see you guys then. Mama, you want to say bye? Mama doesn't want to say bye. Okay, so I'll talk to you guys in my next video. She's watching me film. It's weird. I've never filmed in front of anyone. But yeah, I'm leaving now. So I'll talk to you guys in my next video. And I'll see you guys then. Bye, guys.